Sagama, Padamare, Ni, Ni, Re, Ma, Dhapa, Ga, 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 Sagapa, Padamare, Ni, Ni, Re, Ma, Dhapa, Ga, 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 Mana, Manatil ध्यासा मधुनी, उमले फलश्रुती, सरस्वतीच्या गाभाऱ्यातील ज्योती फलश्रुती, मना मनातील ध्यासा मधुनी, उमले फलश्रुती, सरस्वतीच्या गाभाऱ्यातील ज्योती फलश्रुती.
That it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning students. Veena Mudaliar again here. Today I am here to introduce to you a very young and experienced French teacher Apurva Velenkar. She has 10 years teaching experience. She has taught in KJ Somaiya College as well as Anand Vishwa Gurukul Engineering College. She has also taught in Thane College, Bandodkar College, and right now she is teaching in Engineering College in Thane. Okay, and she has many curricular things in her pocket also. She is tarot card reader. She has done LLB also. So you are in good hands, students. So enjoy her French lecture and whatever difficulties you may ask in chat box. Thank you. Apurva, you may take on.
Thank you so much, Veena ma'am. Bonjour, mes étudiants. Comment ça va? Hello, everyone. Je m'appelle Apurva Velenkar. My name is Apurva Velenkar, and in today's session, we are going to discuss about French syllabus and French paper pattern for HSC. Okay, so let's begin our session. Okay, so as you all are aware that this year portion has been reduced, so you have lessons 0 to 4, that's it, and 11th standard vocabulary and grammar part included in that. Okay, but this year you have lessons from 0 to 4. Okay, yes, so this year's paper pattern is really very easy. I hope you all score good marks in this year's paper. Okay, so let's begin. First question. Choisissez la bonne réponse et réécrivez les phrases. 6 au choix. So you have to answer any 6 questions out of 8 questions. And here the questions will be asked on the text, the départ and civilization section from our textbook. And this question is in MCQ format. For the first time in the paper pattern, we are introducing the MCQ format. And you have to choose the right option and rewrite the question again. As you can see in my presentation, I have given some examples. For example, first one, dash est un plat célèbre de la France, and you'll be given 3 options for this question: la galette bretonne, le bourgogne, et le camembert. Okay, so this question is from lesson number 1, civilization part. Okay, so the correct answer is la galette bretonne est un plat célèbre en France, is a famous dish in France. Plat célèbre is a famous dish in France. Okay, so this is the correct answer. You have to write it again and write the entire sentence. Underline the answer wala part. Okay, then second question is from 11th standard textbook. It is pendant le printemps, il fait beau, il fait très chaud, il pleut partout dans le pays. Okay, so the correct option is pendant le printemps, il fait beau. The weather is nice. Printemps is spring. So this question was from 11th standard textbook. You have to be well versed with 11th standard grammar part as well as the vocabulary part. Okay? Yeah. So MCQ's correct alphabet along with the answer, it is not necessary, dear. Mahi, it is not necessary to answer the MCQ with the correct option. You are just supposed to write like this, the way I have presented here. Okay. You have to underline the answer. That is the requirement here. And then write the sentence again. Yeah. Okay. So this was the first question. Next, question number 2. Question number 1, A, we did. And now this is question number 1, B. Répondez en français par des phrases complètes. 5 au choix. Okay. So any 5 out of 8 questions. Okay. The questions will be asked on the basis of the general information provided in the textbook. Okay. In this particular sections, from the civilization section, they will not be asking any questions here from the civilization. But the questions can be asked from 11th standard textbook as well, as I told you earlier. Okay. This is very important question. You have to answer in full sentence all these questions. Okay. For example, the questions like this: Selon vous, comment peut-on avoir une bonne santé? How do you think one can have good health? This question was asked from lesson number 3. Yeah. Okay. So the answer is: on peut avoir la bonne santé avec des repas équilibrés et des activités sportives. So one can have good health with the balanced meals and sport activities. Should be your answer. Answer should be in full sentence, written in full sentence. Okay. You cannot just write la bonne santé avec des repas équilibrés. No, you will not get any marks for that. And accents are very important. Spellings are very important. If you forget to write any accent in the spelling, your marks will be deducted. Okay. Yes. So second question here, the second example I have given. Nommez the monument of France. It's very easy question. It's from 11th standard textbook. Name 2 monuments in France. You can write any monuments I have written here. The monument of France, La Tour Eiffel et le Louvre. Okay, Eiffel Tower and the Louvre Museum, right? Okay. Yes, so I don't think you have any doubts in this question, right? So these are all general question answers. Okay, moving on to next question. Question number 2 is of grammar. It is of 24 marks, right? Okay, so this section is for 24 marks and containing multiple sub-questions. Each question will cover the grammar from 11th standard again and 12th standard with topics like tenses, pronouns, articles, and adjectives, etc. Right? Okay. Yeah, Mahi, you'll be getting the PDF or Word file. Don't worry about it. Okay, just concentrate here now. Okay. First question, sub question of that is A. Question number 2A. Complétez le texte avec les mots donnés entre parenthèses. Okay, complete the text. Complete the text with the words given in the parentheses, that is in the brackets. Okay, here you'll be given an unseen passage with 8 blanks. 8 blanks in the questions, and you will have to choose the appropriate words given between the brackets to fulfill the blanks. Okay. Words will be of miscellaneous nature, covering various grammar topics, as you know. They might give you some adjectives, okay, in the blanks. Then demonstrative adjectives, might be possessive adjectives, prepositions, anything can come here. So basically, this will be an unseen passage, and in the bracket, 8 words will be given. No choices here, okay? 8 words will be given here, okay? And then you have to translate that passage actually, and then write the correct word in the blank. After translating, it becomes easier. Okay, so this is very easy question. Then sub-question B of grammar, that is remplacer les mots soulignés par des pronoms personnels, 4 au choix. So out of 6 here, you're supposed to attempt 4 questions. Okay, so replace the underlined words with the personal pronouns. Okay, this is a tricky question for students, I know that. Pronouns includes direct object pronouns, indirect object pronouns, subject pronouns, okay? Then you have emphatic or disjunctive pronouns. Then you have pronoun Y, pronoun EN as well. Okay, so all mixed pronouns will be given to you. And then first, after seeing the underlined part, you're supposed to know which pronoun to be used. And then you have to apply the rules. Okay, and then you can replace the underlined part with that pronoun. For example, here I have given aimez-vous cette robe. And you can see clearly, cette robe, this word is underlined. So after seeing cette robe, you should think that it must be a direct object pronoun, because when the underlined part is of possessive adjectives or of demonstrative adjectives or words like le, la, les, right? Then it is direct object pronoun. And cette means it's a feminine word. We use cette for feminine, right? Okay. So cette is a feminine word here. That's why in your mind you will think that it will be replaced with direct object pronoun and with la, because the direct object pronoun chart is me, te, le, la, nu, vous, le, right? Okay, so here your answer is singular and it is feminine, so you will replace it with la, la, la. La is your answer. But here aimez-vous, it's in present tense, the tense is present tense. And here you're supposed to place it before the verb. As you know the rules of placement, I'll just quickly revise all the rules of placement. In present tense, these pronouns, except for emphatic and subject pronoun, I'm talking about direct object pronouns, indirect object pronouns, pronoun Y, and pronoun en, these 4 pronouns, okay? So all these pronouns come before the verb in present tense, okay? Whether the sentence is in negative form, whether it is in interrogative form or in affirmative form, it will come before the verb in present tense, okay? Second rule, if the sentence is given in futur proche or in passé récent, then these pronouns come before infinitive. Infinitive in the sense the unconjugated verb. So it will come before infinitive, right? For futur proche and for passé récent. If the sentence is given in passé composé, then these pronouns will come before the conjugation of verb avoir or être. If the sentence is given in passé composé, so it should come before the auxiliary avoir or être, right? If it is given in imperative affirmative form, then these pronouns will come after the verb with a hyphen in between, if it is imperative affirmative form. And if it is imperative negative form, again these pronouns will come before the verb. So these are the rules of pronouns, okay? So after identifying the pronoun, which pronoun you are going to use from all these 6 pronouns, then you are supposed to know the rules of placement, which I told just now. In this sentence, it is the sentence is in present tense and our answer is already there, it is la. Our answer is la. But the sentence is given in present tense interrogative form. As I told you, whichever form it is, whether it is negative, affirmative or interrogative, it should come before the verb. And in this sentence, aimer is the verb. So our answer la, it will come before aimer. Okay. But la, a is a vowel. Aimer ka a is also vowels. Vowels will clash. To avoid the clash, we are supposed to write L apostrophe instead of LA. So if you write over here LA, your marks are gone. L apostrophe is the answer here. So l'aimez-vous, that's it. Underline part you're not supposed to write because you're replacing it. Okay? Remember that. All right. So I don't think you have any questions regarding this. I have answered all your questions in FAQs. Okay? So you can read that later. Don't worry. Next question. Let's move on to next question. That is again, sub-question C of the grammaire. It is compléter avec les adjectifs ou les articles. So any 4 you're supposed to write out of any 6. Okay. Very easy question. This is very easy question. Adjective, as you know, we have qualificative adjectives. Qualificative adjectives means the adjectives which show any quality like beau, grand, man's. So these are called as qualificative adjectives. We have interrogative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives include quel, 4 types of quel, which or what. They are interrogative adjectives. Then we have possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives include mama me, tonta te, sonsa se, and so on. Okay. And then we have demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives means this, that. Okay. CE, masculine singular. CET is also for masculine singular for the words which begin with vowels or H. We use CET for masculine singular words beginning with vowels or H. Then we have CETTE for all feminine singular words. And then we have CES for all plural words, masculine, feminine, plural words. So these are called as demonstrative adjectives. So these 4 types of adjectives we have. And then articles mein, you have definite articles, obviously. Definite articles are la, L apostrophe and les, meaning is the in English. Then we have indefinite articles, un, une, and des, meaning is a or an and some. Okay. Then we have contracted articles. Contracted articles include contracted articles with preposition a grave, that is au, alla, aux, a grave L apostrophe, and with preposition de, that includes du, dala, des, del apostrophe. And then last but not the least, that is partitive articles. Don't forget. So partitive articles may you have again same as contracted article, but the meaning of partitive article is different. It means some. And mostly all the partitive articles are used before food items or beverages. Okay. And contracted articles, meaning of du, dala, des, del apostrophe in the contracted article, it means of, the, from, the. And for partitive articles, it means some. Okay, some. That is the difference. So we have all these things, and out of 6, you have to write any 4 here. I've given one example. There's a blank, and then matin, il va aller chez médecin. Okay, so in bracket, they might specify that it should be demonstrative adjective, or they might give you options as well for that. Okay, so here we have to fill it with the demonstrative adjective. So I have written answer here, ce matin. Okay, so correct answer here is sir, because matin word, it is not ending with s. Okay, so it's not plural, obviously. The singular word, it is not ending in e also. It is not like that the words which end in e are feminine in French. Mostly they are feminine, but there are many exceptions. Okay, but here we can see that matin word is masculine. It is not plural, it is not feminine. So you have to write the correct demonstrative adjective here. So answer is CE, not CET. Okay, ce matin. Ce matin is this morning. Okay, so in this particular section, they'll ask you questions based on demonstrative, possessive, the articles as I told you. Okay, then sub question D, mettez le verbe au temps indiqué. Okay, so 4 you have to write out of 6. And note here, very important note, that you do not have future and conditional, because these tenses have been omitted for your exam, this year's exam, right? Okay, so we have present tense, then we have imperative, we have futur proche, we have passé récent, we have passé composé, verbs with être, verbs with avoir, and then we have imparfait. Okay, past continuous tense we have for this year. Okay, yeah. So put the verbs in the indicated tense. The tense will be indicated in the bracket. For example, le train de Nice, then blank, and demain. In bracket, the verb given to you is partir, and you are supposed to conjugate it in futur proche. The tense is mentioned already. So futur proche, as you know the formation, it's very easy. Subject plus conjugation of verb aller plus infinitive. Infinitive is unconjugated verb. So your task is very easy here. Le train de Nice as it is. Then the conjugation of verb aller, it is VA. Okay, here you're supposed to write VA and partir as it is. Okay, I'll give you one trick. See, if the sentence is beginning with LE, that means in your mind you have to think it will be conjugated like IL form. Okay, you're not supposed to write here IL, but in your mind you have to think that it should be conjugated in IL form, because the sentence is beginning with LE. Every time they will not ask you like je, tu, il, el, it will not be given. They might give you LE, LA, or LES also in the beginning of the sentence. So don't get confused over there. If the sentence is beginning with LE, then mostly it should be conjugated with IL, keeping IL in mind. IL form ka conjugation kya hoga? Okay, so like that. if the sentence is beginning with LA, then it should be conjugated like ELLE form. But IL and ELLE conjugation is same, as you know. And if the sentence is beginning with LES, mostly it is in plural form. So either it is ILS conjugation or ELLES conjugation. It should be conjugated in that manner. So that's why here it is beginning with LE. Okay. So LE means in your mind you have to think it should be conjugated in IL form, because LE is used for masculine singular words. And in our subject pronoun, IL is the masculine singular form. So that's why I've written VA in the blank and then Partir as it is. And you're supposed to underline the answer. Don't forget that. And do not write the questions. Huh? Please don't write the questions. Just write the answers and underline your answer. Okay. Next. Question 2, sub-question E. Fet com indicate, do as directed. Okay. So here you have to write any 8 options out of 12 options. Okay. Very easy topic again. Here are some specific topics like prepositions, degree of comparison or superlative degree, articles as we discussed earlier, then types of negation, okay, adjectives, etc. will be asked. And you're expected to be well versed in all grammar topics from 11th and 12th. I'm telling that again and again. 11th standard textbook portion is very, very important. Vocabulary and grammar part. Okay. So question number 2E, we have sub questions in that. The first one is complétez avec une expression négative. Complete with a negative expression. That is the topic I'm talking about. Types of negation. This year, you have types of negation like ne jamais, never, ne rien, nothing, ne, ni, neither nor, ne que, only, ne, ... clue, no more, ne, ... person, nobody. Okay, so you have these types of negation this year, as well as the rules of negation. Okay, so here, complete with the negation. The options are given already. From these 3 options, you have to select one. So your task is very easy again. For example, L dash va dash avec son oncle. Okay. So out of these 3 options, you have to first translate the sentence. The translation is she dash goes with her uncle. Okay. So your options are ne jamais means never. Ne rien is nothing. Ne ni is neither nor. So obviously you'll choose ne jamais. So ne jamais is the answer. Ne is compulsory, and then the type of negation you're writing, that is jamais, in the second blank, and underline that. So you'll be writing answer like this. Elle ne va jamais avec son oncle. Okay. So ne will come before va, and then the special type of negation will come after the blank. Okay. Yes. So you're supposed to know the meanings. That's it here. Next. After that, B. Sub-question B, that is faites une phrase au comparatif ou superlatif. Okay, make a sentence in comparative or superlative. For example, La France, a dash and then word adjective given to you is vast land. Okay, so when you're comparing 2 objects, we are always using comparative. When one object is compared with many other objects, more than 2 objects, then it is superlative. Here there's a comparison between 2 things. Okay, so France and India. So you have to write comparative degree here, not superlative. Okay, so answer is La France est moins vaste. Okay, less. You're supposed to use moins, plus, and aussi. But here our answer is less. Less. Vast is huge. Okay, so we are writing moins and then vast as it is, because it is already ending with E. Adjective you have to keep in mind that it should agree with the subject. That means in the bracket, they will always give you masculine adjective. Okay. So you have to change it to feminine if your subject pronoun is feminine. Okay. So subject pronoun here is La France. Okay. And the adjective given in bracket is already ending in E. So you cannot add on extra E here. Okay. So as it is, you're writing this. But otherwise, you have to check the subject pronoun first, and then change the adjective accordingly. So La France est moins vaste que is very important in comparative degree. Que is than, and then land. Okay, you can underline your answer if you wish to. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, let's move on. Next question is sub question C, that is donner un adverbe qui correspondant à l'adjectif donné. Okay, give an adverb that matches the adjective given. Okay, so here I've taken one example. As you know how to make an adverb, it's already done in 12th standard. They'll give you always a masculine adjective, then you convert it to feminine, and then you add ment to it. We have irregular adverbs as well. Irregular adverbs to be memorized. Okay, there's no other option. We have to memorize a lot of things. But otherwise, you can change it to feminine first and then add ment to it. Yeah. So I've given here example of long. Long is an adjective. It's in masculine form. So as I told you, change it to feminine first. The feminine is LONGUE. It is irregular. Okay, so you have to memorize that. LONGUE is adjective in feminine, and then you add ment to it to make an adverb. Okay. Irregular adjectives I've given in FAQ, and in your textbook also you have irregular adjectives, right? Yeah. Next question is of compléter avec une préposition. Complete with a preposition. They might give you the options in the bracket, or they might not give you as well. Both possibilities are there. But here I've given some options. Tu vas à Mumbai avec ton père. In the blank, answer is avec. Because in bracket they have given dans is in, avec is with, and entre is between. So obviously, correct answer is avec, because avec means with. Okay. So just as so you know that before cities, the cities which end in E, feminine, they're considered as feminine countries, sorry, not cities. So you're supposed to put preposition en before such countries, like en France, on and, okay, because they end in E. So mostly they are feminine countries. So we are supposed to put preposition en before feminine countries and preposition au before masculine countries, like Canada, okay, Japan. These countries do not end in E. So we put preposition au before that. And for plural countries like États-Unis, we are supposed to write preposition aux before it. Aux meaning is in here, in or at. Okay, so you're supposed to write aux before États-Unis. États-Unis is a plural country, United States, right? Okay, and before cities like Mumbai, Paris, then we are supposed to put a with a grave accent, okay, slanting to left side. Before cities like Mumbai, Paris, we are supposed to write a grave. Before seasons also, we use preposition en, in winter, en hiver, on été. But the exception in the season is printemps. Before printemps, we use au as preposition. So these are many rules related to preposition. You should be well versed with all these rules, okay, to write the correct answer. But when they give you option, it's really easy to write the answer, okay. Next, in E, sub-question E, compléter avec un adjectif démonstratif, interrogative, possessive, qualificative, as we have discussed that earlier also. So here they have given you options in bracket. Dash couleur aimez-vous? Mon couleur, that's not correct answer. My color, do you like? No. This color, do you like? No. Quelle couleur aimez-vous is the correct option here. Which color do you like? Because as I told you, quelle, 4 types of quelle are used as an interrogative adjectives. Okay, so here correct option is quelle, because word color, even though it does not end in E, it's a feminine word. Okay, so here they might trick you in these types of questions. Okay, so quelle couleur aimez-vous? It is not ending in E, see, but it's a feminine word. Okay, so here correct option is QUELLE. Quelle couleur aimez-vous? Write the entire sentence again and then underline your answer. Okay. Next, F. Compléter avec an article partitif, as we have discussed already. In this bracket, they have mentioned DE as well. Why DE? I'll tell you later. Complete with the partitive article. Partitive articles are du, masculine singular, dala, feminine singular, del apostrophe for singular words beginning with vowels or h, and des for all plural words. Okay. Monsieur Pierre achète dash and then bobo. Bobo means sweets. Mr. Pierre is buying dash sweets. Okay. So see here, after the blank, the word is ending with s. So obviously this is a plural word. Your answer is clear here. DES is the correct answer in the partitive article. Why that DE? You know, sometimes they might give you sentence in negative form in the partitive article. Take this example. Monsieur Pierre n'achète pas blank bobo. Okay. Mr. Pierre is not buying sweets. So here you cannot write DES in the blank because sentence is in negative form. And as you know the rules, as per the rules of negation, all the partitive articles change to DE or D apostrophe in negative sentence. So I've given you the example of the same question in negative form. Monsieur Pierre n'achète pas. Okay. Then the answer is DE over here. But it is not a case with the example that I've given. So here your answer is DES. But otherwise you have to see whether the sentence is in negative or not. Negative form or in affirmative form. If it is in affirmative form, your answer is DES. But if it is in negative form, like n'achète pas, then DES changes to DE as per the rule of negation in French. Okay? No doubts so far. Very nice. Okay. Question number 2. Sub-question G. Complétez avec un mot interrogatif. Okay, so complete with an interrogative word. Interrogative words, as you know, like qui means who, pourquoi means why, quel are also used as interrogative, adjectives as well as interrogatives. Qu'est-ce que is what, quand is when, Q-U-A-N-D, quand is when, comment is how. So these are all interrogative words. Okay, so here dash est-il absent aujourd'hui? For this type of question, always translate the sentence. Translating the sentence is very, very important in grammar part. Okay. So dash est-il absent aujourd'hui? Dash is he absent today? Okay. So here pe kya aayega answer? Why is the correct option. When is he absent today? No. How is he absent today? No. So correct option in your mind, you'll think, why is he absent today? So pourquoi est-il absent aujourd'hui? So pourquoi is the correct interrogative word over here. They might give you options in the bracket or they might not give you options in the bracket. Should be well versed with all the interrogative words like quand, pourquoi, comment, qu'est-ce que, à quelle heure, de quelle couleur, en quel mois. So these are all interrogatives. Okay, they're given in 11th standard textbook. You can refer that. Right? So here the correct option is pourquoi, then you underline that. Next, H. Complétez avec un article contracté. Again, very easy task. They have given you in bracket which contracted article to be used here. Complete with the contracted article. Elle donne le livre dash professor. She gives the book dash professor. Obviously, to the professor will come. She gives the book from the professor. Nahi aa sakta. So she gives the book to the professor is the correct answer. And professor is a masculine singular word over here in this example. So we are choosing option AU. AU is used for masculine singular words in contracted article. Allah is used for feminine singular words. A grave L apostrophe is used for words which begin with vowels or H for singular words. And AUX for plural words. See, they have given here choice of A grave. Only A grave is also given as a preposition. So A grave, when it can come, when the word after the blank is a proper noun. Take the same example. Elle donne le livre dash Pierre. After the blank, it is given as Pierre. Okay. So what will be your answer? Pierre is a proper noun. So when after the blank, there is a proper noun, you're supposed to use A grave or DE. Depends on the sentence. Okay. So you're supposed to use preposition A grave and DE only. You cannot use a contracted article before proper noun. Okay. So that's the rule. Yes, very good. Chalo. Next is question number 2, 5, sub question I. Complétez avec un adjective or pronom and défini. Here you have the options of tu, tooth, and tooth. Okay, so tous is used for masculine words. TOUT is used for masculine singular words. TOUS is used for masculine plural words. TOUTE is used for feminine singular words, and TOUTES is used for feminine plural words. So these are called as adjectives or pronoun and défini. Okay. So complete with a suitable interrogative or pronoun and défini or an adjective. Okay. So here, notre magasin est ouvert. Blank is given, l'année. And you have 3 options, TOUT, TOUTE, TOUTES. Okay. So out of which the word année, if you see that word, it is not ending with S, so it's not a plural word. It is ending with extra E. After E graph, there is extra E. So this word is feminine, right? Here, the correct answer is TOUTE. Our shop is open for the whole year. TOUT, TOUTE, TOUTAS, TOUS, all it means all, everything, whole is the meaning. Okay. So here correct answer is tooth lane. Underline that, write the sentence, underline the answer. That's it. Okay. Next question is J. Complétez avec si, we, si, no. Complete with we, si, no. We means yes. Si also means yes. And no means no. So when do we use si? If the question given to you is in negative form, but your answer is in affirmative form. The question should be in negative form and your answer is in affirmative form. That time only we use si. Otherwise we use either we, that is yes, and no, that is no. Okay. For example, n'aimez-vous pas du lait? Don't you like milk? If my answer is yes, then I will say si. J'aime du lait. Yes, I like milk. Okay. So for that you need to. Okay. First one. Mangez-vous de la viande? I've given one example. Mangez-vous de la viande? Do you eat meat? Okay. And in after the blank, they have given bien sûr. Bien sûr ka meaning is of course. Okay. So obviously you cannot use your C because question is not in negative format. You cannot use no because in the answer they have already mentioned of course. So here correct option is V. OUI. V means yes. Right? Okay. Moving on to next question. That is mettez au pluriel. Make plural. Voici un beau bijou. Here is a beautiful jewel. Voici remains as it is in plural. Here, answer was DES actually, but we have written here DE. Why? Because beau is an adjective. Whenever adjective precedes the noun in French, bijou is a noun, beau is an adjective. Whenever adjective is preceding the noun, DES changes to DE in plural. As I told you, that's why I told you you should be well versed with all the rules in grammar part. Then it becomes very easy to answer the questions. Okay, so your answer here is Vasi. Many people will write DES, but that is the wrong answer. Your marks will be deducted. Beau is an adjective and it is preceding the noun. So instead of DES, here you are supposed to write DE. Beau will take an X. The words which end in EU, EAU, AU, OU, we add X in the plural. Same goes with OU here. So you are adding an X. The words which end in SXZ do not change in the plural. Okay. The rules, you have to revise the rules given in 11th standard textbook as well as in 12th standard textbook for rules of plural. Okay. Yeah. Next question is mettez au féminin. Make feminine, obviously. Le nouvel instituteur est gentil. The new teacher is kind. Instituteur means teacher. Okay. So feminine, le changes to la. Nouvelle, EL changes to ELLE. Okay, so nouvelle, feminine. Instituteur, the words which end in EUR and EUX change to EUSE generally. But here, instituteur, directeur, acteur are all exceptions. So it will change to institutrice, like actor, actrice, director, directrice, instituteur, institutrice. Okay, and then gentile is an exception. Again, you have to add one more L and E to make it feminine. In the feminine, the conjugation of the verb remains as it is. Here you can see EST, EST, same as per the question. But in the plural form, the conjugation of the verb you have to change in the plural. Okay? If the verb is given to you, then you have to change the verb. The conjugation should be changed as per the subject pronoun. For example, in the plural, it is given as il a un chat. He has a cat. Okay, so plural, while making it plural, il changes to ils. Then a, you cannot write a as it is. You have to change the verb. So ils, according to ils, the conjugation will be ont. So ont, then un changes to des over here, and sha will take an s. Okay, it is like that. Next. Complétez les phrases suivantes avec un mot ou une expression juste. Complete with just a word or expression. Okay. So here we have two choices out of 3. For example, on fait le pain avec de la dash. Okay. So this question is of vocabulary. Obviously, vocabulary, it is for 10 marks, and this question will test the overall knowledge of French culture, communication, opposites, sentence formation. Okay, so you should be well versed with the vocabulary part over here to write the correct answer. So complete with the following sentence with just a word or expression. On fait le pain avec de la. We make the bread with dash, and dala is given, so the word should be feminine. So farine is flour. Okay, the paste. Okay, so we make the bread with flour. Okay, farine is feminine word. You cannot write here masculine word because they have asked for dala. Dala is feminine, so after the blank you're supposed to write feminine word only here. Then in this sub question B, que dites-vous dans les situations suivantes? What you say in the following situation? 2 choices out of 3. Okay, for example, votre ami a gagné un prix. Again, translated. Your friend has won a prize. Prix means prize. So what will you say in the following situation? Obviously, you will say félicitations. So félicitations is the word we are looking over here. You cannot write any other thing. That is not a correct option. Okay, so félicitations is congratulations. So congratulations ke liye you should know that word in the vocab. What is the word for congratulations? Okay. The next part is C. Relier les colonnes et écrivez les réponses. Okay. So write, match the columns and write the answer. Section A, section B. Okay. So grand, beau, fort, est. And here faible, ouest, petit, and laid. So grand, correct option is petit. Answers. So how will you write the answers? You know, there are 2 ways. First, you will write column A. In the middle part, again, you will write your answers. And again, you can write column B. That is option 1 for this question, match the columns. Or else what you can do, write column A like this. Then in the second column, write answers. Give heading answers. Here column A, here answers. Okay, you can write like that as well. So grand, correct answer is petit. In this particular question, I have given opposites. Okay, so grand, tall, petit, small, beau, handsome, laid, ugly, fort, strong, faible, weak, est, east direction, and ouest is west. Okay. Okay. Sub question D from vocabulary section, that is faites comme indiqué, do as directed. 2 choices. Okay, so out of 3, you can write 2. Here I've given 3 options which can be asked. Chasser, l'antrou, choose the odd one out. Antrou is odd one out. Okay, so they'll give you 4 options, out of which 1 is the odd man out. nez, bouche, jambe, and front. Okay, so nez is nose, bouche is mouth, jambe is leg, and front is forehead. So odd man out. You will write all the words again, then you will put a dash, and then you can write the answer jambe, or else you can write jambe and then you can underline it. Okay, it is like that. So jambe is the correct answer over here, because rest all are parts of face and jambe is a part of body, that is leg. You are not supposed to give any justification for your answer in odd man out, right? Okay. Next, option B here is reconstruire la phrase, reconstruct the phrase. Okay, reconstruct the phrase, they'll give you the words like this, the way I have given. Then you have to reconstruct the phrase by using the words given to you. Adore, la, on, el, or bak. Okay, so translate each and every word. Then you'll get a better idea how we are going to frame the sentence. Adore is love, la is the, on means in, el means she, or is gold or golden, bag is ring. Okay, bag is ring. So answer will be el adore. Obviously the subject pronoun will come first, that is ell. So el, then verbs, follows by verbs, then adore, la, bag, she loves the ring in gold, or she loves the golden ring is the answer. Okay, so always translate. I always tell you that. Please translate the sentences. Donner le contraire, that is give opposites. Contraire is opposite. Okay, oath is high. Opposite, you can write that word again, put a sign of opposite like this, and then you can write the opposite, that is ba. Ba is low. Okay, you can underline your answer. Always there's the option of underlining. Okay, now let's move on to question number 4, that is comprehension. It is of 10 marks. So in this section, you'll have to answer questions with the help of the comprehension given in unseen comprehension. Okay, not the seen one, unseen comprehension, along with the true and false, vocabulary based questions and words mentioned in the comprehension, and no choices. Okay, no choices here. So, lisez le texte suivant et répondez aux questions données ci-dessus. That is, read the following text and answer the questions given below. So, a paragraph will be provided. Vocabulary might be unknown to you. They might give you the words at the end of the passage which are unknown to you. They might not give also. Okay. So, types of questions in this are répondez aux questions par des phrases complètes. So, answer the questions in complete sentences. Okay, the ones we have done in question number section 1A, sub question B, question 1A ka sub question B, complete, write in complete sentence. Okay, so always write your answer in full sentence. Second question is dit si vrai ou faux. Say whether it's true or false. No justification. Do not give any justification. Just write the statement, put a dash after that, and just write vrai ou faux if the sentence is true or false. Okay. C. Donner l'infinitive du verbe donner. Give the infinitive of the verb from the comprehension. For example, they have given you EU. EU. Okay. EU is actually past participle. So you have to write the infinitive. EU is a past participle of verb avoir. So your answer is, you will write EU, put a dash, and then write the infinitive. That is avoir. Avoir is the infinitive. Infinitive means full verb. Okay, always remember that. Full verb. Okay. Next question in the comprehension continuation. That is D. Complétez les phrases avec les mots du texte. Complete sentences with the words from the passage. Okay. You have to read the entire passage. You have to translate the entire passage in your mind. Okay. And then you can complete the sentences. E is trouver l'adjectif, l'adverbe dans le texte. Find the adjective or adverb in the passage, whatever they have asked for. Okay. They might ask you, find one adjective from the passage. So you have to see the passage. Adjective kya hai? What is adverb? Then you have to write that. Trouver les contraires des mots dans le texte. Find the opposites of the words in the text. From the text, you are supposed to find the opposites. Okay. And G option G is donner a titre au paragraph. Give a title to the paragraph. Okay. So, for example, if the paragraph is based on faith, fête en France, la fête de Noël. Okay. Okay. So then you have to give a title, la fête de Noël, or la fête. If it is Diwali, based on Diwali, then you can write la fête de Lumière, festival of lights. La fête de Bonheur, if it is for Christmas, the festival of happiness. Okay. So you have to give a title to the paragraph. Okay. Question number 5. Écrivez un courriel ou un blog. Okay. Write an email or blog. You have option here. Either you can write courriel is email, or you can write a blog. It is for 8 months. Okay. So option 1, courriel, environ 80 mots, around 80 words. It should be in 80 words. Okay. Format for courriel or email. Okay. It's for 2 marks. And then content is for 3 marks. And construction is for 3 marks. So format. How to write the format for courriel? I've explained that. First, you can start with DE, email writing. DE means from. Hence, write the email ID of the sender, fictional email ID, or they might give you the names also. For example, Pierre envoie un courriel à son ami Raoul. Okay, so Pierre is sending the mail to his friend Raoul. So they might give you names as well, or else you have to write the fictional email IDs, not of your own. Okay, so then you can write a fictional email ID, pierre123@yahoo.com or anything, gmail.com. Okay, then A. Okay, so what A means to. Hence, write the email ID of the receiver of the email, fictional email ID. Okay, fictional email ID. Then next point in the format, that is objet, very important. Short and crisp description of the email. Okay, that is called as objet. For example, if the topic is une fête indienne, then the object can be Diwali, une fête de lumière. So that is your object. You're talking about which topic in this particular email that you're supposed to write in the object part. Okay, then let's begin the mail part. So share/share depends. The email must start with share at the top left side of the page, depending on the gender of the receiver. If the receiver is a female, then write CHE grave RE. If the receiver is male, then write CHER. Okay. Then you can write the name, fictional name, whichever name is given to you, or else you can write any other fictional name. Then you can start with the introduction. Salut, comment ça va? Je vais bien ici. How are you? I'm good here. Il fait très chaud maintenant. Weather is very hot. Like that. So that is the introduction topic. Okay. Then the content, main content part. In this particular courriel, we are talking about une fête indienne. So why we celebrate the festival? Okay, what do we do during that time? So all this should be there in the content part. Okay. Then the next part, you can make a third paragraph if you want. It's a conclusion part. Conclusion part mein you can write donner mes meilleurs souvenirs à tes parents. Give my regards to your parents. Write to me quickly. Écrivez-moi vite. Okay. So like that. That should be the conclusion part. A bientôt. Okay. And you can write your name at the end if you want. If you do not write the name, that's fine, because at A part 2, the and A, the names are already mentioned. Okay. So if you do not write the name, that's fine. Okay. But the conclusion part should be there. That is how you're supposed to write a courriel. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to next question. That is option 2, blog writing. Écrivez environ, again 80 words. Okay. So blog writing, format for blog is of 2 marks. Then content for 3 marks. And presentation and the language is for 3 marks. Okay. So format, how to write a blog. Title on the top. Take the same example of the festival. Okay. So title on the top, you are supposed to write the title. In the blog, they have mentioned that écrivez à propos de fête indienne. Write about an Indian festival. Okay. So you're taking up the topic of Diwali. So your title should be Diwali La Fête des Lumières, the Festival of Lights. Okay, so that should be on the top. Okay, so title, you have to give a title, appropriate title. Then name of the blogger, beginning or at the end. So after the title is given, you can write the name over there in the bracket. If you have to write an imaginary name. Okay, so par is by, and then you can write the name. Okay, par Pierre, for example, by Pierre. At the end also you can write that in the blog writing. Then introduction of the topic. Okay, La Fête de Lumière, Diwali est très populaire, des fêtes on hand, on célèbre cette fête avec nos familles. We celebrate this festival with our family. On porte de nouveaux vêtements, on mange des sucreries, we wear new clothes, we eat sweets, on fait des faral. Okay, but do not use many words in Hindi or in any other language. You have to write it in French. Okay, the marks will not be considered for this. If you write chakli, chivda, diu chakli, diu chivda. Okay, that's, don't do that. Okay, so do not use many Hindi words or any other words. Okay, use only French words. Try to use maximum French words, right? Then content, this is the content, and then concluding line should be s'amuse bien, okay, enjoy a lot, and then n'allume pas des pétards, do not light the firecrackers, sauver l'environnement. You have the topic of environment, okay, in 12th standard. So sauver l'environnement, that should be the concluding line of the particular topic. Okay, so this was a blog writing for you. And then here at the last question, that is question number 6, traduisez. Here we have 2 sub questions, that is question 6a, traduisez en anglais, translate in English, and a scene passage from textbook, around 6 to 8 sentences. Okay, a scene passage from textbook, or if it is not seen, the vocabulary is seen. Okay, they'll convert a vocabulary in a passage, the scene vocabulary, if the passage is not seen from the textbook. So it's going to be easier for you. It is for 6 marks, no options. And last question is of question number 6b, that is traduisez en français, translate in French the sentences. 3 questions to be attempted based on the vocabulary and grammar taught in the textbook. Okay, so out of 6, you're supposed to attempt only 3 questions. Translate in French. For example, I'm going to leave with my father tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to leave with my father tomorrow. So I'm going to leave. So you have to think which tends to be used here. I'm going to leave, that is futur proche. So je vais partir. Partir is to leave. Avec mon père, demain. If you write it correctly without making any spelling mistakes, then you'll get 2 marks for the 1 sentence. And you have, out of 6, you're supposed to write any 3. You have the option. So write your paper very neatly. Don't make much corrections. If you're not sure about any answer, please write the same with pencil. Then you can erase it later and then write your correct answer with pen. Then underline the answers. Try to be neat. Okay. Don't make many corrections in the paper. This year's paper pattern is really easy. I hope you all score good marks. Okay. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Gole ma'am, we are done.
Yeah. Are there any questions from the student side? If you can, one of you can unmute and you can speak out, or you put it on the chat box.
Yeah, please feel free to ask any questions. And I have given FAQs, so you can read that part later.
How can we prepare for the content for blog and email?
Yeah, that is given in the FAQ part now. How to prepare for content and for blog and email. And in the lecture synopsis also I've given various topics as examples to prepare for the blog writing and content. I have mentioned. Writing skill slide once again. Okay, sure. First question, yeah, I guess they joined late, ma'am. Chaitrali Dalvi. So they want slides from first question. Yeah, sure. Wait. Okay, so this is a slide for this writing skills. Écrivez un courriel ou un blog. And don't worry, don't write anything. You'll be getting the this paper pattern from ma'am. Okay. So this is option 1, courriel, email writing. This is the format for email writing. Okay. And this is for blog writing. This is for blog writing. And this is the topic for courriel writing. Okay, Chaitrali, you want the first slide, right? First slide. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the first slide, Chaitrali. Choose the correct option. Okay, this is an MCQ format. You'll be given 3 options. And then you have to choose the correct option. Question number 1, sub-question A. Okay. So out of these 3 options, you have to write the correct answer and then underline that. Yeah, thanks, Chaitrali.
Any more questions, students? I think they are clear with all the doubts. And you have also explained it
Queries from
very
chat
well.
box are answered.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So, students, satisfied? Any more questions?
No.
Yeah, Apurva, you have done a great job. Very good session.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Get the paper pattern by today. Not today. We will definitely send you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Don't worry. Yes, that's what I told
Send
you.
you.
Yes, thank you, Moksha. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, Apurva.
Thank
Stay in touch. Thank you so much.
Sure. Au revoir, guys. Au revoir. Ciao. Bon chance. Bon chance for the exam. Bon chance. Best luck. No doubts. Okay. Thank you, Ruta. Ciao. Au revoir. Ciao.
We understand that much, huh?
Ciao, ciao.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Bye.
Okay.
Chalo. Okay, let us conclude the session here. Thank you so much, everybody.